Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here is Andrew talking to you from my channel WebDev. Today is a very important episode as we are completing the previous episode about how to create your character design from scratch. Already mentioned it before. The board and reference, pose, and mixing those in the art mixer. Today I will be drawing, believe it or not, character from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles called Zori. For your information, I've never seen Zori before or ever known this character. I got stunned by it for the first time while I was reading the TMNT Universe Issue 1, The War to Come by Paul Aller, written in June to 2016. I've never seen this Zodi character before, so I came to mind that I wanted to draw a sequential art page, comic art page, to level up my skills, and I always level up when I'm forced to draw things that doesn't come to my mind. So I tried searching for script until I found this one, and this one, the first page, I found a very astonishing point, very strange one. It's called the New Character Notes. There's a character named Zori. I don't know who is Zori. Actually, I've never seen it in the cartoons before or the episodes I've seen it. I didn't watch the all new one, the 3D one, or the very new one, the 2D one with the Raphael as the top leader of the Turtles. I didn't see those two quite well. Episodes here and there. I didn't watch the 2D one at all. So I will be designing it as in like the 2003 version of the TMNT. So let's hear about the description. Came with Paul Aller script about Zodi. Zodi is a Scorpion mutant. Zodi is a corporate espionage specialist for Null. Extremely competent at her job, but she's loyal to Null only because Null gives her home and direction. At more fundamental level, Zodi is a pure survivalist. She has no morality or ethics other than doing what it takes to live another day, and she expects everyone else to act at the same way. Zodi is highly intelligent, less as a thug, more than a Hannibal Lecter type than a lot of other evil mutants. Her survival skills are not just physical, but also mental. This is very important notes, guys. Take notes with when you sort design a character. So when I read this script, I figured it out. It was already designed, so I didn't look at the design, and I tried to figure it out and design it from scratch, design it up from my mind, and use my design for the test page I'm going to draw. But I'm not going to submit this page. I'm just drawing them to, as I said before, I'm leveling up when I'm forced to draw scenes. First thing I got from the reference, I got about 9 references to draw this character. The first one is the Queen of Blades. When you look at the survival character, the first thing I would like to mention is survival. You'll have to eat and find shelter, find water, and be able to defend yourself and defend your soul, to defend the things you love. so it's kinda hard. So when you do this, Sarah Kerrigan came to my mind. She saw that with the help of Zerg, she can defend her soul. She can defend the one she loves, and she can find shelter and hope in the Zerg. So the design helped me. Her actual design, the Queen of Blades design, helped me while drawing this one. And the next one is the Scorpion Whip. I found it on Google. The next one is called the Defiler from StarCraft 2, also. It's from Zerg. Another one from Zerg 2, I don't know what creature this is, from the Legacy of the Void. I didn't play this part. The next one is the Scorpion from the Warhammer. It's called Tomb King Scorpion. Oh, kinda very designed to stick to the original shape of Scorpion. And Scorpionok action figures. Got two of them, as you can see. And Scorpionok design from the movie. And Chorus design from Skyrim. And the flying one, yeah, the flying Chorus is very sticky and annoying character when you fight it in the game. So it came to my mind that I should use this dark creature to help me draw what I want to draw when I'm drawing this character with the name Zoe. So those are my reference. So how I'm going to build this character, here is a strange one. When I designed the previous one, I called the board and the reference. I already said the reference. So the reference are those images I already mentioned, and the board or the description I read from the scripts by Paul Aller. The history. This character I don't know a lot about its history, but it got involved with the TMNT and the NAV. TMNT got a very unique design about mutation. Mutation cells and mutation shapes, so I had to watch carefully the mutations about the characters that come with the show and come in the comics, to pay attention to the atmosphere and the harmony. You don't want to design a character far away from the universe of the TMNT universe. You'll have to blend it in the universe to make your point as an artist and as a character designer. So you will have to maintain those points, those reference, and the survival skills and the mental, the ID, the ego, and the superego. Collect them and study them carefully about this character to come up with a very near perfect design. So when I'm designing her, actually I wanted to give her a kind of visor, but it's not a visor she can take off or something like that. Let's give this thing like it's for the writer or for the showrunner if he wants to remove her visor or not. It's not my important matter now, but I gave it a visor with the 4 eyes. She is Scorpion and survival too, so she can look everywhere, like she can look left and right in the same time. These are very important survival skills for the bugs, and she is from the bug kingdom. She's a Scorpion mutant after all, and I gave her kind of like skills on her cheeks to make her very tough and hard while using the sharp edged lines to give her a sharp edged character, sorry, about she's tough and edgy. I could have drawn the scorpion tail along from her back, but I wanted to make something change. She is survivalist. She would do anything. She, like we just averred, she is like a Hannibal Lecter type. So she must have a couple of tools, a couple of inner body gadgets that help her to achieve her missions, achieve her desired quests. So give her kind of like venomous claws comes from the back of her head, with a tail already should have a hair, back hair, but I gave her a back tail instead of the hair itself. Kind of feminine. Give her the look that she is already a female with breast and chest looks, but it also completes the design. I gave her scales in the prompt. I got the scales in the type from the Queen of Blades of StarCraft. Love this scales go. She can crawl on buildings and things like that too. She will have a very hard chest and abdominal coverage, so she can jump and crawl with no irritating things to help her movement become better. I gave a shoulder kind of spikes, and here's a tricky one. I wanted to give her kind of like a bendable claws, bendable scorpion claws. She can use them as a weapon. Remember that the TMT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, are using weapons. Most perfectly mutant capable character in the show and in the comics got some signature weapons, so I wanted to give her a very own designed weapon by giving her the claws, the scorpion claw. It's a bendable one. It can change from the back to the front, as you can see, but the trick one, I should have drawn it from the outside, the back to the inside, not the way I have drawn it, like as you can see it right now. But we can change that, like skin the fleshy one until she hardens it with her skill, so she can harden those claws whenever she sees fit and whenever she wants to do so. So this is her signature weapon. As for her hand claws, I like the venomous ones too. So it's survivalist, so she have different kind of venoms. She's specialist in venoms, and she can get her targets with venoms. I will be drawing kind of like scaly skirts to give her a very girlish look too. I don't see she as a standard girl, a very young one. No, I see it as a very not very, sorry, a matured woman, a woman from the late 20s and half 30s. Yeah, that's kind of fine for me, for a design to give her the experience enough to be a survivalist and a special assassin for the now, as we have heard. So we got the description, we got the history. I'm kinda using my imagination to make her a very unique design. You can always return to my previous video about how to design a character from scratch. It's very important. I think it will help you to understand more about what I'm saying in this video. I was thinking about making two versions of this design. One with skirts and one with no skirt. I don't know what I might come up with the final design when I'm drawing those pages at the end, but I'm kinda satisfied with the final design here. I gave her something like bumps in her legs. Those bumps contain like venoms she can use for pumping with different color, things like that. Remember that the legs should have scales and be able to attach to walls too. So I'll have to draw some spikes while I'm giving her toe and the like spikes to help her, to make her be able to use it as a weapon too. Remember guys, always remember that you have to use your own imagination to create perfect character design, and you will have to get your mind go wild from watching shows, movies, cartoons, reading books, reading comics. You just don't start design from scratch with no background at all. Here I'm designing here here's the other arm. Making her signature weapon. The scorpion bendable scorpion claw. I have to draw the other claw from the inside, so give it edge from here. I also forgot about those parts. I found some desert scorpions got so far between the scales, and I found this in the chorus design, the flying one, and some zerg creatures got far between scales and fleshy thing. So I wanted to give her a venomous bar to help her as a shield when anyone would try to get close to her. Remember, she is a survivalist, so she must have a very experienced hand-to-hand combat. So she got the back of her head, the claws, on her shoulders. The kind of like fangs on her mouth. You will notice that I will be drawing her mouth is kind of open from the ear to the ear, with very sharp teeth to help her bite her villains, her targets, with venom too. And gave her the hand claws, the back tail, of course she's a scorpion mutant, and gave her the four-eyed visor that can help her a lot to study her enemies and be able to predict the moves. The funny thing about her design is that I didn't even look at the design, the original design of it, but I will be looking at it after the end of this video. As I told you, she got a very wide cut mouth to be able to bite her target if you want to keep it. A very sharp teeth. Many thanks guys for watching. Looking forward to talk to you again in another video. Feel free to subscribe or send me your questions, post in the comment section or send them to me on social media. Many thanks again and goodbye.